Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel today. In this video, we're going to be doing an Apple Watch Series 3 review. This video is going to be mainly focused for those who are in college or uni, or who simply just want an Apple Watch, but don't want to pay up to go for an expensive watch, but just want something that's still reliable, still good, and still gives you some of the new features. Leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and let's get started. So here's the rundown. This is a Series 3 42mm space grey GPS version. One, I was not prepared to pay another £20 a month just for mobile data connectivity. Nope, I was not prepared to do that. I wouldn't recommend you spending another £20 a month unless if you have that cash, or unless if your parents are willing to pay more just to get mobile data on your watch. Secondly, I wouldn't recommend spending another £120 for the starting price of a Series 4, simply because, like, even though you do get a better screen, you do get a couple of new features such as like fall detection. Most of you guys probably won't even use it, but for me, the 42mm screen is perfect to me. It's fine for me, to be honest. I don't see a problem. Finally, the reason why I got space grey is because, you know, I wanted to match with my phone, and I wanted to match with my MacBook Pro because my MacBook Pro is space grey. I could have matched it with my iPad. The price for the Series 3 42mm and space grey GPS is £309. I'm paying it in finance since I do have this thing called the Argos card where you can buy stuff now and then you can pay it off later. They have the 3-month plan, 6-month or 12-month plan. I would totally recommend getting that if you really love tech but you're not able to buy things all at once, and if you do have like a not so well paying job but you still want to get new tech and stuff like that. I would totally recommend getting an Argos card, because in that way, you know, you can buy stuff and then you can slowly pay it off, because I'm slowly paying off. I'm only paying maybe £30 a month. The badge that I got here, this is the red sport loop. I had to pay another £50. I had to go to the Apple store and pay £50, but I would totally recommend that going to the Apple store and getting their bands as well. Even though it's going to be pricey because it's Apple, but you know, obviously, why wouldn't? So, what my main use is for? My main use is for one, to help me keep myself like moving about and not being so lazy around the house. There's this app called Activity, which comes with your Apple Watch. Wait, let me put my passcode in and I'll show you. I would totally recommend putting a passcode on your Apple Watch, so in that way nobody can open it and steal it. So, let me just show you. Okay, so this is where all your apps lie. The top row is basically all the apps I've kind of installed through my phone, and then others is just that comes with the watch. No, I'm not going to go into messages because I don't need to text anyone. So this is the activity ring, right? So the red one that's done its nearly full circle is basically the move ring, and this just tracks how much you've moved throughout the day, whether that's just walking or running or stuff like that. That also counts as movement. So my goal is to do 500 calories per day for movement. The green one, or where you can see the 2 arrows, I'm not sure if you can see there, but if you see 2 hours, that basically means how much exercise you did throughout the day. Apple recommends you to exercise at least 30 minutes a day, maybe more if you're that obsessed with exercising per day. And then finally, the blue one is basically how much you stood up for the day. So Apple recommends you stand up for at least 1 minute per hour for 12 hours a day, which I think that's a pretty good goal. I mean, most times I don't normally stand up a lot at the time. I know I shouldn't, you know, ignore it, but it's like there are some times where I just don't feel like standing up for a minute, because it's like, what do you need to do to stand up? I think this actually helps me a lot, and that way I keep myself fit without actually doing a whole workout. So the total steps I did are 4,373 steps. My total distance is 3.61 kilometers, and I climbed 6 flights of stairs. It does get very addictive when you want to try and complete your rings, and it's going to be extremely addictive when you share your activity rings with your friends. Another way that I use my Apple Watch is by notifications. So anytime when I'm not nearby my phone, anytime when somebody messages me on Snapchat, I can just be like, fling, even though there's no notifications, but when there is a notification, go like Snapchat, one message, and then I can see who's messaging me, and then I'll look at my phone when I get the chance. This also works with text, emails, all that sort of stuff, which I think is pretty nice. And then the third thing that I'm going to be planning on using this for is to pretty much check on my classes. As you know, I do not like physical timetable copies. I like to do it through an app, and that way it's more convenient. And you know, there's no fuss. With an Apple Watch especially, I can just be like, fling, I can tap on the timetable thing, which is one of my complications on my main lock screen here. So this is where the timetable app is. The reason why it says none is because I don't have any classes, because it's like I haven't received my timetable for my final year, so it's like. Another way that you can use your Apple Watch is controlling your music. So If you don't want to constantly pick up your phone to control the music, to switch to the next track, to switch back to the previous track, to lower or increase the volume and all that sort of stuff, you can use your watch as like a music player. So let me just play this music and it'll just pretty much play on my phone. I don't think you can hear it very well, but it's because my phone's quite old, so it doesn't have very good sound quality. You get what I mean. Would I recommend this to college students or uni students? Yes, for the majority, especially if you're not a fan of constantly looking at your phone for notifications and all that sort of stuff, or if you're really into fitness but you don't fancy getting a Fitbit because obviously you don't like using a Fitbit, so you want to use an Apple Watch because it syncs up with all your devices very well. Also, it's very good for notifications. Like, if you get the Series 3, I think it's well worth the money. If you get the Series 4, that's even better, but it's going to be more expensive and not everyone can afford to pay £429 for the GPS, the 44mm one and stuff like that. But you also do get an option to get it in gold if you're obsessed with gold. For me, the Space Grey's fine. It looks pretty nice, especially with the red sport band. If you go for the Space Grey Apple Watch and you go for a red sport band, that's an extremely good combo. I would totally recommend going for that combo. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed my review and let me know whether you'll be getting one. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.